I think the stream is up. Alrighty, so let's get rid of this warning. Yeah, I think stream is up now. Awesome, that's good. Uh, Let me just check the live chat. And we got no live messages just yet, but that's to be expected. Anyway, so that's done. I'm just gonna do introduction now. So, hello everybody. My name is Blue Aerospace. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be playing Kerbal Space Program, and I have my joystick controller connected into the game at the moment. So, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be flying a jet. We're gonna be having fun. We're gonna fly the jet, then maybe faff around a starship or mess around a starship, and then we might be aiming for a duna mission. All of those three sound all amazing and all. Um, yeah, make sure to, if you're enjoying this already, enjoying my beautiful voice. Sorry, if you're enjoying the session so far, please feel free to smash the like button and subscribe today, so you don't miss any weekly updates on Blue Aerospace on the team here. So I think that covers it for now, but right now we are just waiting for more people to join, and well, when we get a lot of people to join, we'll be having to start with the fun stuff. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, this is just a random plane I made, a random propeller bladed plane. I was experimenting before with like double propellers. Well, those double, but like two sets of those on the one on the back, one on the front. See how it'll perform. It did not perform as expected. I thought it would win, but no, gravity took over and then it just collapsed to the ground and it exploded. Let's just say my plane. Oh god, my plane had a rapid unscheduled disassembly. That's how SpaceX says it. So that's pretty cool. So, I could have just done one rotor, but unfortunately, torque is a thing, and torque has been a pain, and basically torque took over to the whole plane and started to have a bit of a unscheduled failure. Let's just all say. So didn't want that to happen, so we added double. I mean, I guess both of them both give thrust, right? Yeah, they both give off thrust. So what I'm aiming to do now is to paint the plane with my standard dark blue, and darkish colors to give off that like sort of dark color. You know what I mean? Like it's a beautiful color. Um, yeah. It's platinum. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We also have like carbon dioxide, oxygen, water, food, all those sorts of resources that we have to deal with. It's pretty cool that we have to deal with. Actually, let's paint that dark grey. I think that looks pretty good. Also, I could have made these reflective, the whole body reflective, but I want to add a bit of colour. Paint-wise, actually. So, while I'm doing this, how's everyone's day been? Or, well, I say day slash night. You get what I mean. So how's everyone been? Hope you guys have been awesome. Oh, no, not my propeller. Oh, we'll just stick that back on. Um, Great. I think that does it the job. Yeah, that's 80. I accidentally removed it, so I have to reattach this back on. Unfortunately. There we go, it's back on. Yeah, it's back on now. I think we should be good. Ah, well, we'll see. Actually, no, I just don't save this and then just restart again because I ain't bothered. I ain't no bothered. Just stick that back on. So what we have to do is we have to paint this to make it look beautiful. Unfortunately, I'm not a great artist myself. Well, I made several creations over the last year, but I think, well, in terms of space plane painting, I think I do pretty decent job at this. If you think it's a amazing job that I do, smash the like button. Well, please smash the like button. Well, smash as in not Hulk smash it. Otherwise, I don't think you'll have a like button left. If that sort of makes sense to you guys. But right now we can see that I'm just coating the batteries to be reflective. Wait, if I'm flying this aircraft and it's in the water, wouldn't the batteries get all bad and cause electricity to occur? Pretty sure it does that. I'm not an electrician myself, but let's just see if that actually happens. It just came to my mind just then. But would you look at that? My plane is getting painted. I think I'll just leave these ones just shiny. We'll leave it shiny. Ew, that looks bad. That looks bad. So we just want our wings to be sort of like blackish. Black and grey, I think that's a good color scheme. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not an artist, but I think it just looks good. Whatever looks good, I'll just do. Because that's what we do here at the Blue Aerospace team. And I'm just going to paint the ailerons, the flaps. I call these ailerons and not flaps because if I call them flaps, some people will get like misconfused with Starship's flaps. And technically, Starship and planes are basically the same. They got control surfaces. Oh, hello, Potato in Canada. Thank you for blessing us with the Rick Roll. With the Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down. Good song, though, actually. Wait, what happened if I put the brakes to 200%? I want to see how that works. I want to see how debunked our brakes would get. Well, actually, our brakes will break. I'm pretty sure. And here we go. Just finishing coating the plane. Well, my plane, actually. I think it looks pretty good so far. And I have to change the rotors to be Oh, they're actually set to 60. Oh, that's good. That's beautiful. So as you can see in the stream, um, nothing much is nothing match, nothing much is happening. And what I have behind me is a joystick. So what I will do with my joystick is I will use it to control my jet instead of using the lame old WASD keys. So right now I'm just gonna configure some of these. So just roll, pitch, and yaw. Actually, I'm gonna rebind these keys. Also, there's a setting that I have to remove for the game where I have to move it around. Yeah, double click mouse look. It's annoying. Yeah, there we go, fixed. So how's our pilot doing? Pilot's good. I think let's start it up. And we just turn him into the opposite direction and in the other direction to get the good speed. What I'll do is I'll also provide us some pretty good views throughout. Pull up. Oop! Just a full cobra just then. Speaking of cobra, we're going back down. Oh, that's not good. That ain't good. We also have this powerful tool called revert to flight, so we can actually get off the ground safely. That was just me testing the flight, how it works. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm actually doing really good, thank you. How have you been? Hopefully you've been amazing. I'm just testing out this plane. We can see if it flies or not. Right now I am the pilot. We're currently pulling 1G. Which is pretty soft so far. 1G is pretty soft. It's not like we're gonna pull like 90 million Gs and totally unalive our Kerbals. And here we go. Our plane is in the air. This reminds me of like a Spitfire or something from World War II. It just reminds me of that for some reason. I have a feeling I should make the rudder a bit bigger and add like decals or like stickers, if you know what I mean. Like make it look sparkly at least. So I'm just using my controls joystick to finalize it. And I'll just give you some cockpit views right here. How's our power supply doing? Our liquid fuel oxidizer, everything's good. So this is a bit of a flying lessons from Blue Aerospace. Now obviously I am not a real pilot myself, but I just guess. Now those red gauges are usually not a good sign, but we're just gonna ignore them because I'm just here for the fun. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear! I did not mean to fly into the building. I did not mean to fly into the building. Oh dear me. Whoops. Nah, we're fine, don't worry. I mean, gotta admit, that was quite funny to be honest. Just like flew into the building by accident. I mean, it's happened before, right? Anyway, so, oh god, don't go down, we need to go up. Space is that way. Actually, I'm just gonna move you and put you in about 1,000 kilometers. No, 1,000 kilometers? 1,000 meters in the air. So it's gonna aim our plane down, or if you want to go up. Actually, I'll go 10 kilometers. Beautiful. So we're in the air. We want to go down. Now we're currently stalling. We're just gonna stall it and then see if we can return up those turbos. Also, I forgot to paint this bit. So unfortunately it's gonna look out. It might trigger some people's OCD. But we're gonna replace this part eventually because it's not really right length, if I'm honest about it. Oh, we're going around Mark 10. Let's see if I can quickly land this. Turn, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Oh, bit of G overload. Over G right there. I'll just give you some interior views. Just pulling a comfortable 1G. Oh, oh. That was just me not looking. Quack. Well then. Do you reckon I should do some... Do you reckon I should jet power it? What I'll do is I'll do one more flight and then make this like proper flyable. I'll do one more flight and then see how it works. I think this will do. I'm just kidding. I mean that was quite funny to be honest. I am technically born with a humor. So yeah, that's one funny thing you guys know about me. I have a humor setting of 75%. That was the Interstellar reference just then. Also, I'm not trying to rely on procedural wings, like whatever this thing is. It's a wing, by the way. But just not really. I don't want to be too like dependent on it. I prefer the good old Kerbal style of things. So I think I'm gonna do something like this, and then move this one like that up there. That way, I can add the control surface. Just gonna hide this frames per second limiter right there. I think that's center. Flappy, flappy. Look at that. I mean, it's a bit dingity dongity on the top. Did I say dingity dongity? You should have I don't know what that says. I'm sorry. It will. But I'm just gonna turn that winglet down. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Then after this, we're gonna go from our good old propeller base to jet based. Cause if you guys know me for a while, you know I'm a sucker for jet fighters. So I love them. And would you look at that? We're just getting the other bits colored up for flight. Now let's do the decals. So what I'm thinking of doing is having the Blue Aerospace logo, my logo, and with that I'll have the Australian flag because it's Aussie. So we have to have it. There we go, just make it a bit bigger and we're good to go. Just shrink it, I think, actually. I think that does the trick. What do you guys think, by the way? Does it look pretty good? And then for the wings, we are going to need the Australian flag. I think I'll just put on the ends. And this will be where the contact lights go. If I can go to the lights in the utilities area. I believe that's where they are. Illumination. Navigational lights. Wouldn't one of them be left and the other one be right? I mean red, sorry. Green and red, sorry. I think I got them a bit mixed. Wouldn't it be the other way? I feel like I should be. But look at that. That looks actually pretty good so far. I mean, I think I did a decent job on the art style. Now, there's one thing I'm lacking. It's an antenna or two. We need antennas so we can be in constant communication. And also we can have the radio, so that's pretty good. Well, there's no radio in this game, by the way, so it's a bit difficult. Also, the reason why you can only be hearing my voice is because A, my voice is beautiful. Second of all, my game gets a bit loud, and I just have to turn it down a bit. So I think that kind of sums the reasoning. Just checking my throttle. My throttle control is good. How are flaps doing? Your roll, pitch, attitude. Yep, Blue Aerospace, you got your attitude. Also, this is like a diagram of the propellers. And if I hit brake, that immediately stops the propellers. As well as me. And we have a nav bowl. So I'll be sort of teaching how to fly. So this is like a HUD heads up display in case you guys don't know. This is just to get us lined up with a runway, as you can probably check. This is your nav bowl. This is like determines your orientation. So if it's well, I remember this rhyme that someone said. If the nav bowl is darkened, you're going down. Or in Kerbal terms, if the nav ball's brown, you're going down. Oh, I'm still moving. Nope. Um, so you have your main controls. So you got we'll be mostly using roll, which is what you use to turn, and then pitching up and down to go like up and down. These are our primary used ones, but we'll rarely be using the yaw, because there's really not much really I can do with yaw. I think we should get flying actually, don't you think? Let's get flying, peoples. And we have engines on. Countdown, engines on. We're off to a lift, off to the stars. Beautiful, we're up, we're off the ground. And just playing around my game. So we're up currently, so that's amazing. Now let's just turn so we can get ourselves a bit level with the brown and the blue. So we're currently flying our plane. Just get ourselves a bit up. So we're slowly air braking, but not as much from the power of the wind. But I think we're doing pretty good so far. Got the Blue Aerospace logo. Thank you to me. We got the Australian flag. We got the wait, let me just see which ones work. Now navigational lights are blue. Blue. Green and red. Now let's do a bit of a flyby, shall we? So, if I can quickly mute my Discord real quick, because someone's trying to spam, and it's just not like pleasant. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's turn around and head back home. Well, we could just pull the joystick back to do a full-on Cobra, but I think we'll be going down and back. So what we're gonna do is quickly maintain our levelness. And then turn 90 degrees, and then turn around. We'll use the yaw to kind of keep ourselves level, and then pull back. And also I'll try attempt to teach you how to land as well. So look at that, we are on our way back. So that's amazing. I mean, we could fly to the Kerbal, to the other island runway, but that's for another fun adventure. Let's just get ourselves. I think we should be lined up, but I wonder how low we can get until we crash. I mean, not guaranteed, but let's see. So we are going down. Just to gain a bit more speed and our low altitude. So this is a really good time to also get yourself lined up with the runway as we proceed for a landing. Now we are a lot on a. We are really on a like an angle. Sorry, Jesus, my English. Just make sure that you don't hit the water, cause that won't be good. I'm pretty sure. Now what I'll do is pull us down. Get yourself lined up. Pull down the landing gear, and then turn off your engine so you can land safely. What I like to do is I like to keep myself lined up with the ground. So just constantly pressing the brake button to slow ourselves down. So we don't flip and do some somersaults in the air. So we want to get that very back wheel on the ground. See, like that. That's not what we want. So look at that, we just recovered our plane. It's turning. What's that over here? What's this? Voice comms. Does that do anything? No. This is for solar seats, solar parts, Comnet. Ooh, 101 is your parachute, and this is your oxygen supplies stuff. Oh, where's the button to turn it off? Oh, there's internal lights. Not bad. Um, right then. So, now that now we're moving. If I had friends who'd play Kerbal Space Program with me, I would guarantee that we could play Lunar multiplayer on this with this within the game, and we could like fly the planes around. Yeah, what does EVA enhancements do? Well, I don't know. What I do know is you walk. Now I'm gonna bring this back to the space plane hangar, which is that big building. So what we're gonna do is just turn a bit. Oh, I think the appropriate way would be to, because these move. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I had to disable the, so the back one turns. I'm not even using the joystick because there's like two little things that turn. Like little things on the throttle controller. So let me just flip myself back up. So let me just turn myself around. There we go. That's one way to park it there. That looks awesome, actually. Now let's just drive you around. Turn you to the pad. Where should we go? Should we just take this for a little drive, a little KSP tour? So right now is this building here is the mission control building, so where the actual controls happen. Um, the building that we flew into earlier and the one I'm approaching now is the VAB, which is where things get built. The hangar is like your plane basically. You can't build a plane in a VAB because that's not really how it's done. And it's our crew area where people talk, I guess, sleep, you name it. And this is a science area right there. And then the tracking station and launch pad just there, and the runway which we landed on. And we just park it there. Keep it on hold so no one steals it and flies off with it. Otherwise, that will not be happy. That will not be good. So to start driving you in this, you actually have to press the one on the keyboard, which is your action groups. I think that's a pretty solid flight test. We're still in the first phase of having fun in my stream, so we wanna have as much fun as possible. This is just test flights, so they can get a bit annoying. And for this, I'm going to make a new plane. I'm gonna call this one Sprr, whatever it's called. I just typed in the name on the top. I think that's pretty good. Let's build something that is actually flyable this time. Wait, should we go supersonic? Or should we go subsonic? I'm pretty sure. For some reason, this looks like a toe. It looks like a toe. Ooh, that's actually not a bad looking plane design. This one looks more F-35 looking if you compare this to real fighter jets. I mean, it is pretty thick, not gonna lie. Wait, what if I make my own 5th gen sort of fighter jet in KSP? Like, sort of like half SE-57 and half F-35? I don't know. I mean, some people will dislike the Russian equivalent, which is the SE-57, the Felon. I don't mind the design if I'm honest about it. I don't mind the design. So, while we're in the fighter jet talk, what's your fighter jet, everyone? Please leave a comment in chat or in the main comments, and I'll just get back to on that one. And just see for adapters what we got. Some funny looking adapters. Now we wanna let's go for a short bicoupler. A short bicoupler. Now we wanna see what engines we can stick on there. I feel like we should stick these engines as really good jet engines. I'm only kidding you. I'm only kidding. Either we use the Panther engines because these things are good, or we can use a Whiplash engine. I mean, these are for like hypersonic planes. If you're being honest about it. So yeah, yeah. Ooh, what's this one? Turbofan. Wait. Oh, I could have just gone with one singular. Wait, you can reverse thrust? Oh yeah, it's one of those ones. Wait, does this have an afterburner? Because I feel like it should have. I mean, it's only turbofan, so I'm assuming it does. Oh well. Oh, this is the VTOL. Oh, it's like a Harrier in a way. With scramjets. Oh. We're just gonna make a small fifth gen right here, and then see if we can have some fun with the scramjets. This is gonna be fun, don't you think? Um, just paint this like my type of color that I would use, because this red and this green is like sort of ruining my eyes. So I want to go for a darker color. Ooh, look at that. That looks good. Um, yeah, reason why I chose this engine is it can reverse thrust, unlike most engines that rely on air brakes or any other type of reverse. This is a very good plane so far. Now we want to work on the wings. Of course, no procedural wings, because those aren't like as well. It's technically cheating if you think about it. Or I would call it cheating. Wait, what if you have a delta wing? I want to see how that works. And a winglet. Which types of wings should I have? Should I have tail fin or actually no? I feel like these are like more more like aeros like area. And then this is for more like yeah. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna sort of build my own sort of wings. I was thinking of like having the F14 or F15 sort of style wings. Like, well, I think it's like more like chines, whereas like the line, which is like, it's just blunt, really. I'm not sure if you've noticed about it, but it has that. And we'll just go for a small delta wing this time. Oh, no, that ruined it. That really did ruin it, don't you think? And look, a dolphin. This cockpit literally looks like a dolphin, if I'm honest about it. I just go for this paint job right here, looking looking flashy today. And I'll just fix the colors a bit, make it look amazing. Right then, and canards as the control surfaces. Wait, I got a feeling this looks like half F 107 Nighthawk ish, and F-35 looking. Yeah, because I want to get like high maneuverability on this thing. So this would be maneuverable as heck. So it'll be like reliable. Like if I was to, I don't know, sell this to someone like, or like a major like military company or whatever, I would want this to look good. I want it to look amazing. I think that looks pretty stealthy. Besides the blue, I think it would do good. Um, would you look at that? It's looking good so far. Looking great so far, I should say. Gotta be more enthusiastic about it all. Otherwise, people will be like, what now? So, we've pretty much built the airframe for it. We didn't even need to rely on air intakes because we have these air intakes customly made. Now for the landing gears, It should be fun. I mean, very fun actually. Would I reckon I should, yeah, maybe disable steering since that's one thing I learnt. And also when we want to, we can remove fuel in case we want, if we want to, like, I don't know, fix up on the center of mass and center of lift, etc. Oh, it's a bit too big. There we go. That looks much better. Because I'm not sure if you've noticed on like airlines how they have like one wheel steering and that's the very front wheel. Not sure if you've noticed that when you're flying. But yeah, it does that. And now I'm just gonna make the roll control surfaces. Just use a medium flat. No, I'm just kidding. I think we should. Uh, yeah, I reckon we just go for that one right there. I'm trying to be very descriptive today. Very descriptive of me. So this is my plane. Gotta make it look amazing. Fortunately, it's not a carrier base. Unfortunately, it's more like a ground air force base. Based, yeah. Not no Top Gun type. Let's see how this actually flies. I've gotten the feeling it's gonna like flip on the first millisecond of flying. Hopefully not. But if the throttle works well, then we should get some power. Oh, look at that. Ooh. This thing's doing back flips. Beautiful. Look at that cockpit. This thing flies awesome. This thing flies like actually good. Look at that thing. Let's get interior views. I think that would look pretty good. I still miss the other view. Let me just turn on infinite fuel just to see if we can fly as well without dying out on the first part. Now let's see for the yaw control. Let's see how that works. Wait, that works? York works? But yeah, it just ends up failing in the end. But yeah, I think that's pretty good so far, that jet. I mean, it did a almost curvature bell. So it's pretty 5th gen rated, I guess. Ah, that's actually pretty good. And then for brakes would be toggling the reverse thrust. Toggle. Oh, I've gotten a feeling it should be longer. I've got a feeling it should be long again. Yeah, it got to be longer. I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to work. Ew, nah. Is it like half of that I can do? I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, that'll do. Service tank. Perfect. I'm just testing how the controls work on this thing. This is like a full-on 5th gen right here. It looks so good. Now, it's like I feel like we should have like another air intake. Cause what if we have no access to this one? We need like another backup. I mean, if that's radial. Hmm. I want to keep this like sleek as possible, but also like easy to handle. So if I have these engines running at like half thrust, then it should be flying really well. Wait, you know what'd be fun if I put like a plane just in the air and let it fly. See how that works. See how much thrust this thing can achieve. See if we can go Mark 1 on the pad on the runway. How much G's are pulling? It's like the better version of the F-22 if I'm honest. Let's do a proper curvature bell. So we're going half the thrust now. Wait, what? You ready now? Let's go. It didn't work. Oh, that sort of counts, but it's not really how I wanted it to go. I always end up in a flat spin, well, till I broke it out. Ooh. And we're up we go. I always set the TFX profile to empty so it doesn't glitch out my game. Beautiful. Or be. Oh, you spin me right. I mean, that's actually pretty good. That was actually pretty decently well done. Alright, let's get. I think. Wait, scramjet time. Let's see how this goes. It's a VTOL scramjet. There we go. Oh dear, I feel scared flying this because I don't wanna crash my game. Oh well, let's do it anyway. See if whether I can reach Mark 10 or Mark 20. I mean, that's pretty fast actually. I mean, this thing needs air, right? Oh, let me. Did I put the wrong fuel in? Oh, if I put the wrong fuel in, that's probably not so smart decision, given to the fact it did not start up. Yeah, liquid fuel. It should be starting. That's quite odd, actually. Didn't. I think the only resolve problem to fixing would be to add better air. Like something like this, I think. I mean, the more intakes you get right, the better thrust you'd also achieve. Let me just see how this works in high altitude. Air combustion failed. Huh? How is that even possible? It just doesn't want to work. That's not good. Either engines don't want to work, or something happened, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just check the engine. Whether it wants to work or not. So I just need to check on the engine, see whether. So I know it's not the right fuel, but also effective base speed. Okay, so you gotta be fast. Yep. So it has good like amount. So we also have liquid oxygen that can also be used as like a sort of oxidizer. That can also do. See how fast this goes. So, I mean, it's going fast. Maybe the engine just doesn't want to work. That's actually quite odd. I didn't even know that. Wait a minute. I think I know why. Those have fuel. That one doesn't. So it might just be the fuel situation where the piping just doesn't want to work. It has enough jet fuel. Just doesn't want to start. That's odd. Hmm. Right then. Affect the turbofan? No. I want to go for an afterburning. Woohoo! Think you should be doing much better work than the other one. The one that failed. The one that failed. Yeah, technically that engine did lie to me, sadly, so that's not good. Oh man, this is scary to fly with. Mark 1. Amazing. Pull up. Alright, I'll try and make something long enough so we can fly it. So I'm gonna use 2 scramjets in case one of them fails. So I'm gonna get a hypersonic cockpit. And then get our fuel. Get our engine. Get over here. Look, it's called a Hyper Blast. Hyper Blast. That sounds quite familiar to me. Because of my comic stuff I'm working on. My superhero's name is called Hyperstar, so it sounds quite similar. Yeah, it just doesn't want to work. Okay then. I think we should get into the starship fun of the game. So let's unplug my joystick. So here I can only basically just move this away. This sound a lot better to work with here. Move my computer back a bit. Amazing. So let's build a starship. Let's get to the right hangar. Actually, what I will do is I will see if this works. Rise and shine, Blue Aerospace. Oh, look at that reflection. That's actually really good. Now, I want to go for static fire with this one. Or not, if that helps. So, how's everyone's day been? I hope you've been amazing. My name is Blue Aerospace. Welcome to my channel. And it's... Oh my god, one of those is missing. No! I'm fine with that, anyway. Look at that flap camera out there. Sounds quite familiar to those who watch the streams. Oh, we have liftoff. So okay, so pretend we have Starship in space. Let's have some fun. Look at the flaps. Now we want to get back to Kerbin because we're in orbit. We want to get down to the ground and surface. Then we should do our deorbit burn just about here. And then perfect. Just make the pitch angle as 40. You can see the plasma slowly starting to build up. It's actually really building up right now. Let's put this as 65. The attack angle. Let me just pause again. So, what we're doing now is we're basically flying Starship, and yeah. And would you look at that? Starship is on its way through the. Stop spinning. Just gonna switch down to fully flaps now. Oh, the nose cone got a bit hot, bit warm, mate. You can see the flaps moving slowly as we are getting lined up. Would you look at that? Let's go for a landing. Landing bone starts. And we just lost Starship. Beautiful. So we're gonna do a duna mission and then we will call it a day, I reckon, because I'm getting pretty tired. But don't let that deceive your fate, because we'll try and make this a fun, epic, sort of Juno mission. So we're going to be going to Juno. We need one of our Kerbals to live, to thrive and live. So what we want to do is we want to build as much habitation modules as possible. So we can sort by profile. Or size, I think we should do size. Good morning to myself. Good morning to myself. Frost mod, fossil industries, flaps, cryotanks. I'm just trying to see what I can build. There we go. So we can build like, we're gonna start by building a small space station in orbit with actual rockets we're gonna launch. So I'm gonna call this the Blue Station. So we're just gonna I'm gonna make it uncrewed for now, so that way it works on its like self. Just configure vessel naming as a station. I'm gonna make this as 20 priority, so how much we want of it. Ooh, what's this? It's like a little docking adapter. I feel like it should be used on something else. Well, oh well. Well, it's pretty big. Pretty large. Now, I think the first set of habitation modules are gonna be like adapters in general. This one will have like several components, I believe. I think it should have several components. Instruments. What's this? Oh, a telescope. Ooh, that's pretty cool. You have laboratories. You have greenhouses. Not bad. So, greenhouse on that end and a cupola on the other. I think that's pretty good for a first base. And you'll add the docking ports because we need that. So this is just the aim of it. It's just gonna look like a bit like this. A bit dead, to be honest. A bit dead looking, if I'm honest about it. Um, so yeah, then we just gotta add the essentials, what a space station needs to function. We'll add crew on later. Oh, you can see the plants. Minerals. Ooh. And then we want power to stay on at all times, so we're gonna add solar panels. So we're just gonna use like placed on panels really, so that wouldn't really work really if it was yeah. Successful touchdown, totally epic. Oh hello, welcome. Just waiting for my stream to work. But it should be working for you guys. It's just been a pain for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna launch this in a rocket. I'm not gonna launch it in on a starship because they're kind of hard to control, really. There we go. I'm gonna make a what the hell is that fairing? Just make it as one big thing and just gonna boom, and it's in orbit. Actually, I reckon I should add some thrusters to this. Some little RCS ports that go psh psh psh, and the whole thing just stabilizes and docks with it. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. We want this to be in orbit, so we want to have like a two-stage rocket. So I feel like I'm just gonna launch it a bit different than usual rocket. Ooh, let's see what engines I can use. I've got a feeling I should use cryonic engines, like cryogenic ones. Ooh, that one looks a bit cool. This would be liquid methane engine right there. Alice 4 looking yeah, it does remind me a bit like that. Actually, let's see what the liquid methane engines do. The like heavy looking ones. Like the hydrogen ones. They now look a bit different. And I'll just add some control surfaces so it flies actually well. So we don't flip on the first time. Otherwise that'd be embarrassing. I'll just do standard canards to make the job easier. And we have liftoff. Actually, I had to fix some stuff. We had to get rid of Kerbals. No, unless they want to die. So I didn't fully fix this. That mount. Now let's go for launch. 3, 2, 1, lift off. We have liftoff. Yeah, thank you for just telling me about that. Burning nicely. Ooh, that sound. Ooh. So I'm gonna go for a high orbit. So we have our first segment of the yeah. Flight 2 turned out into a ballistic missile very fast. Yes. Yeah, thank you for telling me in the Discord chat. But we continue because I was just lazy playing with the rocket. Now next up we wanna I reckon let's go a bit yeah, let's go a bit alright. This one. So we got a Coupler, so that's good. Now shall we start working on a centrifugal force on this thing? So it spins. And then we would need an airlock. So we would need one of the docking adapters again. Oop, just turn you around like that. Awesome, 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 awesome. Great. Now, sure, this is like completely new. We wanna. I was thinking, right? We work on like habitation that like inflates or something like that. Like inflatables. Ooh, let's go with this one. It's like an inflatable in a way. Actually, um, so one of them's like that. Oh, that looks pretty good so far. So I'm gonna get the docking ports out again. So just fix that right there. Uh oh. Oh, let me just wait for this to load. Very epic, but yeah, yeah. It's a pretty neat looking space station so far. Now, yeah. So I just want to make the pressurized portion first, and then we'll deal with the rest. I have a feeling I should do the rest like that. And then just add the. I think we should just deflate this first. Select start air filler. Filler? Did I just say air filler? Nah. But we gotta dock this to the space station. Otherwise, you know, we don't do it. Besides habitation, this also needs to get this also has to have like antenna so we can get good communication back to Earth. I mean, Kerbin. Should be called the Star Slasher. Oh. Try and make an interplanetary colony transported docking ports for starships on the side to come with you. I don't know. Oh god. What if Space Twitter had a lunar multiplayer server? Well, that'll go quite good. Just aim at the thing. But here we are. We're gonna go docking. Just do the loud, lazy method of docking. Actually, I think that's more acceptable. Okay, we're in orbit now. Our first space station. But we need engineers and other people to go on board. I don't know. I will come back to this space station because I'm gonna call it there for today's episode of Blue Aerospace and the Kerbal Space Program. Well done, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We next launch will be next update on the space station will be happening in about like another 10 days time. So thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's live stream. I hope you all have an amazing day. Blue Aerospace.